What if I told you that one single emotion could reduce your risk of depression by up to 20%? And it's not what you think. A new study from the University of Waikato and the New South Wales just discovered something that could change everything we know about aging and mental health. And here's the kicker. This emotion is only 40% genetic. That means the people you surround yourself with, the activities you choose, the environments you create, they can literally rewire your brain to protect you from depression. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand why enthusiasm might be the most powerful antidepressant nature ever created. Let me paint you a picture of what's really happening right now. 35% of adults over 60 are struggling with depression. That's more than 1 in 3 people. And here's what makes this even more heartbreaking. Older adults are the least likely to seek help. Stigma, shame, thinking this is just part of aging. It's keeping millions of people suffering in silence. But what if depression in older adults isn't inevitable? What if there's a natural pathway that protects our brains as we age? Ella Hopkins led the study at the University of Waikato, and the University of New South Wales studied 997 older adults over several years. They wanted to understand exactly how different positive emotions protect against depression. And they discovered something absolutely fascinating. Not all positive emotions are created equal. Using advanced network analysis, basically mapping how emotions influence each other like a social network, they found that enthusiasm acts like a catalyst. It's the spark that ignites all other positive emotions. Think of enthusiasm as the sun in your emotional solar system. When you feel enthusiastic, it creates a cascade. Enthusiasm leads to feeling excited. Enthusiasm leads to feeling alert. Enthusiasm leads to feeling inspired. Enthusiasm leads to feeling strong. And enthusiasm leads to feeling active. And here's where it gets really interesting. Feeling active was the most direct pathway to lower depression. In fact, across all 3 waves of the study, baseline, 2 years later, and 4 years later, feeling active and enthusiastic consistently predicted lower depression scores. But here's what shocked even the researchers. Depression had the lowest predictability in the network. What does that mean in plain English? It means that even when people were experiencing depression symptoms, it had limited impact on their ability to experience positive emotions like enthusiasm. This is huge. This is hope. This means the door is never closed. The pathway back to joy is always there, waiting. Now, here's where this gets personal. Research shows that enthusiasm is only about 40% genetic. Let that sink in. 60%, more than half, is influenced by your environment, your choices, and the people around you. That means the friend who greets you with genuine excitement every morning, they're literally changing your brain chemistry. The community group where people share their passions, that's medicine. The grandchild who can't wait to show you their latest drawing, they're protecting your mental health. The partner who still gets enthusiastic about small joys, they're your shield against depression. Enthusiasm is contagious. And that's not just a metaphor. It's neuroscience. But here's what we're up against. Society tells older adults to slow down, take it easy, don't overdo it. And yes, rest is important. But when those messages become internalized as, I shouldn't be excited about things, or I'm too old to be enthusiastic, that's when we lose the very thing protecting our mental health. The study showed that many older adults don't seek treatment because they normalize depression as just part of getting older. It's not, and this research proves it. So what do we do with this information? For older adults, give yourself permission to be enthusiastic. That hobby you're excited about? That's not silly, it's self-medication. That project you want to start? That's brain protection. Seek out enthusiastic people. Remember, 60% is environmental. Who you spend time with matters profoundly. Join groups, clubs, classes where people are genuinely enthusiastic about what they're doing. Create opportunities to feel active, not just physically, mentally and socially. Say yes to learning something new. Volunteer, mentor. Start that project you've been thinking about. Recognize the cascade. When you feel even a spark of enthusiasm, notice it. Feed it. Let it grow into excitement, into feeling alert, into feeling active. You're literally creating a protective cascade in your brain. For family members and caregivers, don't dampen enthusiasm. When your 82-year-old mom gets excited about starting a new book club, don't say, "Don't overdo it." Say, "That's wonderful. Tell me more." Be an enthusiasm catalyst. Your genuine excitement is medicine for your loved ones. Share your passions with them. Invite them into enthusiastic experiences. Watch for the warning signs. If someone who used to be enthusiastic about things starts losing that spark, it's not just aging. It might be early depression, and early intervention matters. Create enthusiasm-rich environments. Family gatherings, community events. Make them spaces where people's enthusiasms are celebrated, not dismissed. This study challenges everything we've been told about aging and emotion. We've been taught that as we age, we should become more settled, more calm, less emotionally volatile. But this research shows us that enthusiasm, that high activation positive emotion, is actually a key protector of mental health in older adults. The researchers found that enhancing enthusiastic and active emotional experiences could be an effective, non-pharmaceutical strategy for preventing and treating depression. Think about what that means. In a world where antidepressants come with side effects and limited effectiveness in older populations, enthusiasm is free. It's side effect free. And it works. The broaden and build theory of positive emotions suggests that positive experiences expand our attention and accumulate psychological resources over time. This study proves that's not just theory, it's measurable, replicable, and stable across years. The Sydney Memory and Aging Study followed these 997 people for several years, and the pathway was consistent, stable, and reproducible. Feeling enthusiastic and feeling active predicted lower depression scores. At baseline, 2 years later, 4 years later, the pathway doesn't fade, it doesn't weaken, it's always there, which means hope is always there. If you found this valuable, subscribe for more evidence-based insights on aging well. Drop a comment and tell me, what are you enthusiastic about right now? Let's create an enthusiasm cascade right here in the comments. Because remember, enthusiasm is only 40% genetic. The other 60%, that's up to us. That's our community. That's our choices. Let's choose enthusiasm. Let's choose life. Let's rewrite the story of aging. See you in the next one.